And away we go. I'm putting out 3200 bit, right? So why is it only went up with half that? Not sure. Oh well. We'll just crack on. Hey Imran, still playing cricket, buddy? I don't know what chart that scanner's looking at, but it's certainly ain't Wheeler. It's up 11% on the last 15 minutes. I don't think so. I need to do. Change the refresh rate to real time. There we go. That's better. That makes sense. Now, yeah. Good evening, Ricky. How are you doing? It's feeling a bit bearish today. The overall market's down. GameStop had really good earnings, but it's retraced all of that. However, that being said, GameStop, after with the volume really comes in on. I'll show you the GameStop chart so we know what we're talking about. So GameStop, put this on the 15, you can see, yesterday after hours, it popped up really big because of earnings, really good earnings, but it's retraced all of that gain, and actually more besides. But GameStop would typically have low volume pre-market. It usually gets the volume after the bell rings in the regular session. So I'm looking for GameStop to get a bit of momentum, bullish momentum after the bell rings from that almost fanatical Wall Street Bets Reddit crowd to come in on the back of the after hours earnings yesterday and maybe have a bullish day today. I'm not saying it will, I'm just expecting it to. CBay, I started trading that this morning, 7:45. $7.45. GameStop, we'll see. Yeah, well, Seabed, the spreads are even worse, in your opinion. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Yeah, where's Seabed? Here it is. So I got in here. We had the move up, pull back, and then I got in for the break of new highs. As it started to pull back, I got out. Then I looked the increase in volume, started getting an increase in volume, so I got in again there. Happy fills. Took half the position off and then got out and it started to pull back. So that was CBay. So 2 entries, both profitable this time. Wheeler, very choppy. It's below the VWAP now, so probably the back end of the Wheeler move. We'll see. High tech. So high tech global back up above the VWAP. It did sell. It sold off. I'll put this on the 15 so we can see. Sold off really hard yesterday. Some big halts as well, some big gaps down during the sell-off. We've got a bit of a dead cat bounce there before continued sell-off. It's now kind of flat. But when you zoom in, it's fairly choppy. So I'm not, whilst it's hitting the scanners, I'm not feeling this at all. Hey Alberto, how you getting on? AMC is looking interesting to me. So at AMC on the 1 minute, look at AMC, there's an inverse head and shoulders there. It did break above the VWAP. We're just going sideways consolidation now. But really, I think AMC after the bell could be one to watch. It's red on the day at the moment, slightly, 3% down, but it could be one to watch today. If we get a bit of bullish momentum, we might get a move up to and beyond kind of 950. Yeah, I just saw the volume coming in and lots of green on the time and sales, so I thought I'd catch the bounce. Neath. That's why you look for multiple signals. You look at the level 2, you look at the time and sales, you look at obviously the patterns on the chart. Good morning, Liz. I hope you're well. All right, let's have a quick look. Anything else moving? Not a lot right now. So again, it's a bit quiet. We'll see. And Alistair, no, high tech was not a reverse split yesterday. Just have a quick look through some of the past catalysts for high tech's been quite volatile over the last. So let's have a quick look at the chart. So high tech on the daily, as you can see, it's been very volatile over this last 3-4 weeks. Yesterday, huge sell-off yesterday. It's had some reasonably good moves. Yeah, you've got a daily kind of M pattern, double top kind of scenario, M pattern, but you wouldn't have expected all to sell off that much in one day. Will we get a bounce? I mean, I couldn't see any catalyst for such a big sell-off yesterday. Why did it sell off so hard? Yeah, I honestly can't see why. Anyone see a catalyst for why high tech vomited on the market yesterday? No. Have a look at the SEC filings. It's August. No, it's not as if it hit the market with an offering or anything. No, I mean that's the kind of vomit that you'd expect from an offering. But I can't see any catalyst to warrant it. Let me know if you can. What do I think about high tech? I'm just looking at high tech now, Liz. And to be fair, I can't see a catalyst that warrants such a big sell-off yesterday. Massive sell-off. It had some crazy moves over the last month, and it was curling back up towards 35, and it just vomited. So let's see if it can get some decent volume. Right now, what's missing from high tech and what's missing from a lot of these stocks today is consistent volume. So if you can get some good volume on it and a bit of a bounce, it's trying to stay above the VWAP. Like, who's to say it won't move back up again? I don't know. Will it move back up to 30, 35? Highly unlikely. Certainly not in this kind of volume. I mean, if I look at yesterday's volume for the sell-off, there's a hell of a lot of halts. 12 million traded yesterday. Big day yesterday. High tech, it averages what, 600k, so we're twice the average. When I say the average, over the last 3 months, that is, it averages about 600,000 shares a day in terms of trading volume. It's done 1.4 at the moment, but yesterday it absolutely smashed that kind of average by doing 12.6 million shares were traded of high tech global yesterday, and I can't see why. I can't see any particular company specific news catalyst as to why. Well, if it was a hedge fund pulled out big size, you'd see that on the SEC filings. But I just can't see anything. Hey Vols, welcome back. Most of these are all crap stocks, Ricky. To be fair, I'm seeing things on the penny stocks now that I traded last year up at like $12 and $13. And look, most of these stocks I trade, I might get 2 or 3 days out of trading them, and they're mostly garbage. The majority of these stocks at this level are garbage companies. They're absolute trash. So these are not stocks that you put in your portfolio. These are not stocks that you hold on to long term. That includes the likes of GameStop and AMC. They're not long-term holds. And not financial advice, just the opinions of a fat guy on the internet. But these are not long-term holds. Hey Thomas, good morning to you. Hard to borrow, short sale restriction as well on high tech global, so it's not like you can short it now either. I've got to be honest, nothing really taking my fancy at the moment. Seabay's pulling back, Wheeler's pulling back, GME's. Who's that? Oh. GameStop's below, it's gone red on the day, below the VWAP. AMC's just broke below the VWAP again. So yeah, we'll just guess we just wait for the market to give us something that we can profit from. Yeah, Stone Cold, good luck with that. Hey Cal, welcome back. Not my cup of tea, American football. In fact, I've got a personal grudge against American football in general. I don't know. I mean, Cal, American football. Oh, sorry, Chinese stocks. There's some good ones. There are some good ones. Alibaba, Bilibili, Neo. Name just a couple. But yeah, American football for me, I've no interest. So the reason I've got a personal grudge against American football is that when I was in college, in university, I was captain of the rugby league team, and the American football team didn't have a pitch to play on. So they then allocated them the rugby league pitch because when they played, we weren't playing. They usually played on a Sunday, so we weren't playing. And they absolutely trashed the pitch. It was just one, you know, it was terrible. But the thing is, I was watching them one time, and there's like 40 men on a pitch, on a team or something. It's like 30 odd men on a team. Stops every 10 minutes. Well, every 10 seconds, actually. Stops for like, you know, a cup of tea every 10 seconds, cup of tea and a biscuit for every 10 seconds play. I mean, it's no wonder the majority of the guys on the American football team at college, and it was the best American football team in the UK at the time, the majority of them were obese and overweight and probably couldn't run 400 metres without getting out of breath. So coming from a rugby league background, which is, you know, it's a tough sport, we don't need none of them helmets and padding for the big hits that we put out. But, you know, I don't like American football. I watch the basketball, baseball, the snooze fest. You go for the occasion, not the sport, a bit like cricket. But, yeah, I don't like American football. I find it absolutely snooze fest, boring. Ricky, no. So you look at the scanner tells you what moves as it moves, okay? Then you look at the news, you look for news catalysts. For example, I've looked at Wheeler today to find a news catalyst while it's up. Same thing with Seabay, news catalyst. So you take a mix of information and you put it all out there, Ricky. So you don't rely on any one source for your stock picks. You look at multiple sources of information. The same way as when you're actually trading, you don't rely on a single chart. You look at multiple time frames. So when I've got a stock open, I'm looking at 5 different chart time frames. So I'm looking at the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 5 minute, the 60 minute, and the daily. So the 60 in the daily, I'm not trading off the 60 in the daily. I'm looking at key support and resistance areas, or supply and demand zones is the latest buzzword for it, I believe. I'm looking for the key supply and demand zones on the 60 minutes and the daily. I'm looking for entries and exits on the 1 and 2 minute. I'm looking for entry signs and patterns on the 5 minute and exits as well. Hockey, I don't mind hockey. Stone Cold. Hockey's fun. It's a little bit more in your face active. Like I said, basketball's end to end, hockey's end to end as well, but it's more aggressive as well. So that's it's understandable why you wear pads with hockey and helmets. I mean, come on, it's not hurling, but it's ice hockey, not so much field hockey. I'm not a big fan of field hockey, but ice hockey for sure. morning, Virgo. Yeah, Cass, I totally. I would say most sports are better in person. If you're a sports enthusiast, you get a better feel for the sport in attendance rather than actually watching it on the TV. Except for some sports which are such snooze fest, you can only stomach the highlights, you know. But most sports, the actual event is better in. Well, cricket, for example, I can't watch a test match on a cricket test match on TV. The only people that can are usually Asian, but you know, go figure. Indians and Pakistanis and Sri Lankans, they love watching the cricket. I'll go and watch it. Take a cooler full of tinnies and a packed lunch and a few of the lads and go and watch the cricket. Great day out. Granted, you're not really watching the cricket, you're going for the spectacle rather than the sport. Just my opinion. Again, Cast, if you're going watching baseball, you're going for the spectacle, not the sport, because that is the biggest, it's worse than cricket. Women's tennis is good. I like women's tennis, and there's a lot of skill in women's tennis. I watched the Women's World Cup soccer, as you guys like to say. I watched the Women's Soccer World Cup just recently. I watched some of the sevens rugby over the Olympics. Women's tennis is, I would say, is as interesting. The skill level's not as on par, it's not as fast as the men's, but it's as interesting as the men's. And the women's football, the skill level is just... Rapinoe and all her cohorts asking for equal pay for the men. Come on. It's like someone doing average work and asking for expert pay. Come on. The skill level's not there. You can't ask for the same pay when your skill level isn't the same. The tennis, absolutely. Even boxing, you watch some of the women's boxing now, it's fantastic. Katie Taylor, you know, there's quite a few really good bouts of women's boxing, real skill on shot, and you can understand why they're getting paid well now. But well, women's soccer, it's trash in comparison. I mean, it's better than I can play, but in comparison to the men's game, absolute trash. Yeah, the women's, like Ronda Rousey was the top biller. She was the top earner. When she was in MMA, she was the top earner. And I do like watching the MMA, but Ronda Rousey was the top earner because she drew the biggest crowds. And it wasn't because she was pretty. Yeah, she's, you know, for a fighter, she's a pretty girl, but it wasn't because she was pretty. It was because she told these other girls a new one, and she was vicious. And the skill levels were great. I see. It's hard to say that, Cal, because she only had the one defeat, you know, and then she just got out. She thought, hang on a minute, why do I want to get beaten up? She made her money. I think she just lost her appetite for it. She lost so much of an appetite for. Do I prefer to trade before market open, Danny? Not really. Pre-market. I don't mind trading pre-market, but my sweet spot is kind of 10 till 11. According to my statistics, my sweet spot's 10 till 11. The thing is, Well, again, that's another mistake people make is they start getting, ideas above the station, and thinking that they can continue to beat anyone up. So they keep their own weight class, they dominate. So they move up a class, and I understand that. Then they dominate more. Then they move up a class, and until they meet someone that's like, hang on a minute, you're not big enough. There's my grandfather, he was a small fella. He was about 5'4", but he was an ex-coal miner. He once told me, "Is it a good big un will always beat a good little un." So basically, translated into English, that a good big guy that knows how to fight will always beat a good little guy that knows how to fight. It doesn't matter. That's why they have weight classes. And even Triple G is probably pound for pound the best fighter in boxing at the moment. Even Triple G got found out when he's moved up to the top levels, higher classes. So I like watching Conor fight, but the guy's a scumbag. Pac-Man was unreal. Pac-Man was unreal, Cal. And living in the Philippines now, I mean, he's revered here in the Philippines, a senator here in the Philippines, but he was revered. But, I mean, 8 different weight classes, I think it is, with Manny Pacquiao. Unbelievable. And it's just a warrior's heart, Humble beginnings and a warrior's heart, and but 8 different weight classes. It's unheard of. Not today. There's not at the moment, can you? Yeah, well, I still think Pac-Man was robbed. But I think if they'd fought in the prime, Pac-Man would have won. Yeah, absolutely. The US indexes that they're all down and looking very negative today. I don't know, was it? Wheeler was going nuts earlier, and about half an hour from 7 till 7:30 volts. Wheeler was going absolutely mental. Let's just have a quick look. So, yeah, 7 till 7:30. Wheeler just went from like 550 up to 10. It's like a what, $5-6 move. It's just consolidated and pulling back a bit. Floyd has great defense. He's a spoiler though. That's the problem with Floyd. He's not an entertaining spectacle. One of the best, for me, one of the most entertaining boxers I've ever watched was Roy Jones Jr. in his prime. Now that was worth the gate price. Roy Jones Jr. was a phenomenal boxer. Yeah, Seabay's back above the VWAP. There's no volume on Rosecliffe acquisition. Can't really do much with this. Although it does have previous big spikes. So make of that what you will. Seabay. Spreads are next to nothing at the minute on Seabay. Got a couple of big spikes here, but again, volume now is barely getting over 20k. It was good earlier. Volume was decent. It was like 25-30k a minute. Right now, it's 15k. I don't know about spinning and spinning. About to be break even on Nvidia? I don't think so. I've got quite a way on Nvidia. Nvidia currently is 457. I've got 100 bucks before I'm break even. 368 is, well, 367 and change. 367.80 something is my average cost on Nvidia. I don't know about break even. It'll be a long while before I'm break even on Nvidia. I have to pull back a huge amount before I'm break even on Nvidia. I'm in, you know, I'm like a pig in muck on Nvidia. Yeah, Ali was the only entertainer in the heavyweight division for me. False. And you've got, I mean, Lewis, Tyson, I mean, Holyfield, great boxers of the heavyweight era. Klitschko's boring as hell. All of them, both of them, whatever. But Tyson Fury is probably the most interesting heavyweight boxer I've seen in a long time. Would Tyson Fury beat Mike Tyson in his prime? Nah, I don't think so. Wheeler mate popping up back over $9. Let's have a quick look at that. Just spreads on this 5-10 cents. Here we go. Got the $half. I want to see hold $9. So we've got a huge range, 37 on the ATR, but it's huge range on this. Needs to hold the whole dollar. $0.05 spreads. It was a lot bigger than that earlier. 10 cents now. So anywhere between 2 and 10 cents. So about 5 cents average. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Japinia. Just the size difference. Ali was like a super middleweight, really. Cruiserweight. No, not even a cruiserweight. Light heavy. In today's class, Muhammad Ali would have been a light heavyweight. But he would have dominated that class and even cruiserweight. What causes the moves there, Ricky? Increased volatility. That's what we look for. We look for increasing volatility. So it could be a news catalyst, it could be short squeeze, it could be an activist investor. There's all kinds of reasons why something will move up. Usually higher interest in share trading. So when things move up, it's usually more shares are being traded, higher volume, increased volatility. Well, he's not much heavier than the other heavyweights. It's just his reach, his size. He's a giant. I mean, he's what, 6'9". But there are, I mean, the Klitschko's, even Lennox Lewis was 6'5". The Klitschko's were big as well. It's like 6'6". Are we going to get the breakout? Nope. Got the move, but not. Not the breakout. I don't like the devil horns. Not seen that one yet, Josh. I've been told it's interesting, but it doesn't appeal to me. Apparently, the real star of the show is his missus, which doesn't surprise me. Putting up with him in his mouth. Problem I've got, Stone Cold, is I'm a real sports nut. I will watch any sport, particularly when the Olympics on. I'll watch the Winter Olympics. I'll watch curling. That's how bad I am. What kind of a sports nut I am. Lobbing a couple of big boulders down an ice rink. I mean, with a brush. It makes no sense, but I'll watch it. I wouldn't do that, Victor. I would never put anything on everything on a single stock. Diversity is key. As for Oracle, I don't like them as a company. They're a horrible company. Horrible company to work for. I know them. I know personally. I know people that work for them. Yeah, this ain't going my way. I'm just gonna give it a little bit longer and get out of it. Getting 20 cents and then I'm getting out. 9.10, I'm gone. 9.10 on the bid, I'm out. Got green, it's important to stay green now. There you go. You start to know when it's not going in your way, so it just the volume starts to dry up. The ask went up to like what, 940 something. Went up to 944 and you just didn't take the bid with it. So I was waiting for that 10 cents and I never got it. It is the top gapper on the day though, so it's one to watch. Still watching it for a potential gap and go at the open. Yeah, I don't like this one either. There's no wicks on these dodges. That's very unusual. Zoom in, I might get a. Oh yeah, we can. There are wicks, they're just very small, tiny wicks. You have to zoom in to see the wicks on these dojis. That's just a scaling. Yeah, not trading this trash now. It's not looking great right now. It depends on what keys I use. So if you're trying to sell on the problem with trying to sell on the ask is if it's pulling back, you're not going to get filled. So if you're trying to sell on the ask, basically what you're waiting for is for the market to come back and collect you, and it can happen. But if you want to get out of a position, you've got to sell on the bid or below it. Selling on the ask is dangerous if you're selling stock or retreating. If you're selling on the ask or as a stock is advancing, then you're going to get filled, or the likelihood is you're going to get filled. But why would you sell when a stock is moving up? It makes no sense. If a stock is continuing to move up, why would you sell? You want to get as much of that move as possible. So selling on the ask can be dangerous. I'm not saying it's not something that you shouldn't do, but you've got to be careful with that. Yeah, there's been a few big moves on high tech. For high tech global over the last. Look at this on the daily. You can see some big wicks here, up and down, and some big moves to the upside. A couple of big moves to the downside, but most of the big moves to the upside. And then we just had this just vomit yesterday. So is this going to turn around and start moving? It looks like it. It's over the VWAP. Is it going to bounce? Well, let's find out in 18 minutes. Well, 17 and a half minutes. Spreads 6 cents, range 8 cents. It's not worth the trade for me. It doesn't have enough range yet. But for this candle, and that's a 20-cent candle. The average range is like 8 cents over the last 14 candles. Well, if you can judge it right, Carl, it's fantastic. You know, you get the pullback and try and judge where you think it's going to bounce. That's great if it does bounce there, but if it continues to sell off, you've caught it momentum going the wrong way. Talking of momentum. Missed my entry at the 3/4. Let's test it. Come on, take the bid with you. Take some off at the whole dollar. Have been above the whole dollar before. Break even for out. Yeah. Oh, we might get a bit of resistance at the whole dollar, so that's why I took some off there. Then we hit break even, and it was so profitable trade. I like to do that. If you get a move, you get to your initial target, take half your position, take some profits at a key level with resistance or a quarter, half, or dollar. And if it pulls back and gets to break, you know, you're not giving any of it back. It's a profitable trade. It does screw your risk reward a little bit, but green's green. This can get over $5 now. Get over that 508 high of session. It might run. It ran big yesterday. It just ran down, ran away. Went from yesterday. It's pre-market, no, some post-market. It went from 33.15. all the way down to $3.15 yesterday. That's a big move. $30 drop. Quite the sell-off, absolutely. 95, what's that, 95% loss? Something, 90% loss. 33. Yeah. Seems to be finding a little bit of support here around 465. I'm thirsty. Ooh, I'm sleepy. I didn't take a nap today. I normally take an afternoon nap. Very civilized. Siesta is a civilized concept. I used to think, when I lived in Spain, I used to think it was that the Spanish people were lazy, but no, actually, they're onto something. Siesta in the afternoon is a very civilized way to live. Okay, Volt, you're in charge of the stream. I'm going to get a drink. Doesn't look like I've missed anything. Yeah, I can appreciate the afternoon nap now, Cass, to be fair. GameStop I'm watching had earnings yet last night. Good earnings. But it's retraced all of that it's retraced all of that goodness. So I'm expecting the retail crowd to come in and give it a bit of a bump. Alistair is his wife's anniversary, but not his wife. It's his wedding anniversary, so he's taking his wife out for some posh nosh. A nice upper class luncheon. So Alistair won't be joining us today. To be fair, he's been doing well this last couple of weeks since he got back from his cruise. He must have had a good teacher. That's all I'm saying. Alright, RCLF is making moves. It's not got the volume though, or the volume's inconsistent, so I'll keep an eye on that one, but we might see some good volume come in on Rosecliffe acquisition after the bell, which is in, what, a little over 8 minutes? Oh, Imperial Petroleum making a pop. Let's have a quick look at Imperial Petroleum, see if there's any newsworthy catalyst. Imperial Petroleum Inc. That's what. Imperial Petroleum announces 10 million share repurchase program. Company will also acquire 2 vessels for aggregate price of 71 million or something. I like that. Imperial Petroleum, 25 million float, 5% short. The volume's coming in there. Could be one to watch. Watch for it to break new highs. Imperial Petroleum traded this last year quite a bit when the oil stocks took off. I won't be trading it until it gets over $2, but if it gets over this kind of 157, it might take off. It has got previous from running big. Rosecliffe acquisition, is there a catalyst? Let me just have a quick look. Not that I can see. They did file a prospectus yesterday. Spectral MD. So that will be the company that they're going to be merging with. So Rosecliffe's acquisition is just it's a SPAC. It looks like they're looking to merge with Spectral. General counsel for Spectral Holdings is Vince Capone. That doesn't fill you with confidence of where you're putting your money, does it? That name, Vince Capone. Got a nice pop and good decent volume as well. So this is a SPAC company, which Spectral MD is the company that they're looking to merge with. So Rosecliff is essentially a blank check company. Yeah, 70-cent spreads. Be careful with this. 50 to 70 cents. It is over $1 in the range, but just be careful. It's very risky. High risk, high reward type. High risk, high reward type play. Have a look at Tesla for you, Miss Claire, before the open. So Tesla down fairly hard this morning, 2.5, nearly 3%, and bouncing there at 243.50s, currently 245, below the VWAP, but it's looking bearish today, as is the rest of the market. All looking pretty bearish as it happens. That popped up and down just as quick, and it's going to be like that all day, I think. We're going to have big wicks up, big wicks down. So just be careful with Rosecliff. We've got 3.5 minutes to the bell. I love a little bit of old time blues. Spreads on this are mental. It's going again. It's going without me. Yeah, I'm actually doing well with the midget. I'm doing okay with the weight. I'm still the fat guy on the internet with an opinion, but GameStop just popped back into the land of the green. Up at $19, testing $19 right now. It could be interesting at the open. Spreads on this are mental, so just be careful. Wheel is holding the VWAP. It's kind of like GameStop for the open, actually, myself. Novavax coming back. Might get a bit of volatility today. I'm feeling it in my waters. Well, it's over $1. I would say the spread's right now 30 cents. It's over $1. You're getting better than 2x on that. So yeah, not like that, Chin. Too late. All right, I'm going to change the scanners over to the regular session. We've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds to the open. 30 seconds to the opening bell. Let's see what the market has to give us. GameStop absolutely motoring out. Spreads of like 30 cents though. 30-cent spreads, you've got to factor that in. The spreads are bigger than the range at the moment, so just be careful with GameStop. I think this will motor at the open. Really do. Honestly, it goes. Went red on the day, so I'll come back to that later if it works. GameStop will move a little bit later. RCLF, pre-market high to watch. It's actually at the halt level to the downside. CBay, early, coming fast approaching the yesterday's closing price, so that's not looking great. Wheeler, yeah, that's selling off too. Oh, I guess we wait. See. G-Tech. That's not right, is it? No, that's not. That's yesterday's regular session. That's better. We'll just wait for something there, guys. What's the market doing? The market, it's below the VWAP. It's kind of choppy. Trying to make a move upwards. I could go above the VWAP. Pull back, get me filled. Get me filled, not pull back all that way, you great Donkey Kong. Back over now. Let's get to the pre-market highs. There's 9. That was 9 on the ask. Let's try it again. Be quick with this. Let's try and scale into this if I could, but it's very whippy. Yeah, but you said it needs whippy. You said it. Absolutely. SPY moving well. Let's see, can we get... Wheeler is like you've got to be patient with it, but it's whippy both ways. I'm willing to take some risks. This is why trading, you get paid big bucks if you do it right, because you take risks that other people are not prepared to take. Yeah. Up and down like a bride's nightgown. Cheers, Dilbar. Flattery gets you everywhere, as they say. That's pulling all the way back now. Breaking new laws, I think. Neath? Yeah, no, I read. It's a stock that's, let's pull it up on the chart while I'm talking about it. It was called out in the Discord earlier by one of the Day Trade with Tony collective. So I read it was announced yesterday, I think it was, that it's got a subsidiary called Champion Safe. They make safe products, and they're bombarded with calls from safe dealers and customers looking for alternatives to safes made by Liberty Safe. So there've been issues with Liberty Safe, and so American Rebel, who own Champion Safe, are profiting from that. That's why that's moving up. Take a look at that one for you. You iPath, they're not a bad call, Alex. About to break the pre-market high. At that pre-market high now. Buy rating, analyst rating. Not seeing anything other than analyst ratings on UiPath. Had earnings after hours yesterday. That's why UiPath moving up. Good earnings after in the after hours session. Rejected at $5 again. That's high tech. Top level of 539 now. So I want to see this break that pre-market high. 509. Oh, I didn't get sold. Right, nice profitable trade. Almost gets me green on the day. See if this continues to move up. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Halt level to the downside is 450. Watch for the halt to the downside. Well, good luck there, spread betting. It's not easy, buddy. What kind of time frames are you looking at? Doubling your account, 10K account, doubling your 10K account. Over what kind of time frame, buddy? Hey, Tom, good to see you back. If you have to tell people you're the real deal spread betting, then I guess you're not really. Like people that go on social media telling people that they are alphas, I'm like, the lion doesn't tell the gazelle that he's a lion. That's all I'm saying. The wolf doesn't tell the sheep that he's a wolf. There you go. I knew that was I had a feeling that was going to halt to the downside. It's not halted yet. Market makers still putting their orders through. You'd still potentially get out if you're in it. Oh, false halt. No, it's actually halted. It is halted. So that's at 944. That should resume at 949. I don't quickly calculate the halt levels, Joshua. I've got them on my montage. I'm using Dash Trader, and it tells me what the halt levels are. So there you go. Don't need to spread betting footsie. You know, you can go and spam someone else's account. In fact, I'm kind of not really into you at all. Got to manage. Go on, I'm going to block you. Ah, nice one. Nice one by the dip. Yeah, and come on, guys. What are you all doing? You're doing me a disservice. Let's get that thumbs up button hit. If you've not smacked the thumbs up button yet, I need at least half of you to have done that, and you've not done. So come on, guys. Let's get over 50,000. Let's 50,000. Let's get over 50 likes on this stream today, guys. So let's hit 30 first. And then we'll look to get in 50. If you've not hit the thumbs up button, why not? Come on, do it now. You know you wanna. APLT, can you? Well, it's below $2, so I'm not trading it. And the volume is erratic. What I think about Applied Therapeutics is that it's below $2, so not for me. But I think the big thing is that it's the volume profiles are very erratic, so just be wary of it. Spreads 3 cents, range 2 cents, not worth the risk. When your spreads are not meeting in terms of volume, if your spreads are not covered by your range, it's usually not worth the risk. A nice W pattern on AMC. I mean, that couldn't be a clearer double bottom W pattern there. 820 is what we're looking for. If we break 820, then I think we've got a potential move up from good 50-cent move. Could get 50 cents out of that. Yeah, I kind of figured that we'd get lots of halts from RCLF today, but the volume is scary low. Halted to the upside. If it gets up towards $18, pre-market high, and breaks it, yeah, maybe. Let's look at the spreads beforehand though. That was halted to the downside. We've got a minute before it resumes. Looks like it's going to level, might bounce. All right, what else is moving? Path, UI path. I was looking at this moments ago. It'd be interesting. It broke that. I was looking at it at the pre-market high. Broke it, came back, retested its support and moved up. So the entry, the nice entry would have been 1740. Now I've got to wait for a new entry. Extended on the 5. New iPath. And just resumed RCLF. I don't know where you got your 1590 resumption from, but yeah, I'm not into this at all. 40-cent spread. I'll take that before it halts. Cheers, thanks. I'll wait for the resumption. So that's 55, 955. I'll come back to that. That's not going to hold gap. If that gap's up to 30, as I'm seeing, I'll be kicking myself for getting out of that, but it's not going to gap up to 30. It's just that's just taking me green on the day again. Let's have a look at the RCLU. That's halted as well. What about the warrants? Has he got warrants on this? So the warrants continue trade. So just a little sneaky trick for you. If you've got a particularly volatile stock that's moving up and it goes into a halt, tap a W on the end of the ticker, because sometimes they'll have warrants, which are usually about a tenth of the price, sometimes even less, and you can continue trading the warrants if the warrants have any kind of volume with them as well. This one doesn't, so it's kind of mute. Looking at AMC, wasn't I? AMC. Potential double bottom breakout. Have to get over it. I don't know why I've got 810 there. That's a key level, clearly a key level from before. Look at Wheeler. GameStop looks like it's trying to move up. Needs volume. No volume. Yeah, it needs to break the VWAP. It needs to break 850. Not saying it won't. Needs to. Same with AMC. Got rejected at the VWAP. So let's see what else we can look for. No, not enough volume. Fubo TV, oh my goodness, I've not seen a level 2 like that for ages. How stacked is that? Very thickly traded. I don't like trading level 2s that are like that. Yeah, so I've got a 1988 resumption, which is a big gap up. So I'm kind of kicking myself. Could have taken a nice side there as well. Look, I'm not going to get formal. Still waiting for something else to pop up with a decent volume. All right, should get a resumption in about 20 seconds. And these spreads, I'm gonna have to just mark it if I want to. I need to. Any moment now. Unless it's a 10-minute hold. Like it's a 10-minute hold. It's like a $19 resumption is what I've got on the system, and it looks like a 10-minute hold. Well, it's a 10-minute hold, not a 5 minutes. So we'll come back to that in another 5 minutes, I guess. Unless we find something else to trade. A lot of red on the charts in the last 15 minutes. Hell of a lot of red. From social. No volume on it. Yeah, can't trade that. It's not enough volume. Today a reverse stock split, 20 to 1 reverse stock split yesterday. There's just no volume. I'll take a look at Mara for you again, no problem. Marathon Digital selling off, bit of a bounce here, but rejected at the VWAP. Currently 1150. It's down on the day. It's down about 5%, just under 5%, and below the VWAP. So it's not looking healthy. But then again, the market in general isn't looking very healthy today. So that's Marathon Digital. Right platforms will be exactly the same. All right. Okay. I don't know. Well, check that you've done your thumbs up there, Andy. Anybody else that's not done your thumbs up and that's not smashed that thumbs up button, go and do it now. That's all I'm asking for you. Just click the thumbs up button. And we'll come back to RCLF in a little over a minute's time. Okay, smash that thumbs up button. We've got enough people to get over the 50 like count. Let's get over 50 likes. Let's go back to RCL. Should resume in just over a minute. Not a lot else moving right now. Not on great volume. ARTL. Discussing that a few minutes ago. 282. I've got about 30 seconds till resumption on this, and it's looking at a $19 resumption. So it's looking like a whole dollar gap up. It's quite a big gap up. Whole dollar gap up on Rosecliffe acquisition. It is a SPAC company, so that's the catalyst. What's known as a blank check company. Spreads are wicked on this. Watch for the halt down. Yeah, filled the gap. Halt down. It's about to go into a halt. Oh, yeah, there you go. So halt down. We'll come back at 10:05. Some volatility. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I got out because. Well, I hope. I hope anyone that was still in it managed to get out. Cast. I hope you managed to get out. Take your profits up at 19. I don't know about that. And I don't think that's right, Stone Cold. I don't think that's right. Because I'm just looking at designer brands, DBI, that's a NASDAQ listed stock. We've got most of these are NASDAQ actually. That I'm looking at on the scanner. Yeah, I hope you had 10,000. I hope you had loads of shares in that one. Oh no, you're actually right. That's a nicey stock, not a NASDAQ. It's NASDAQ basic, but it's it is a nicey listed stock. So you see, every day's a school day. I didn't know that, Stone Cold. We've had to check it, but thanks for that. Still, that's still a big. It's a big move. That what $14 up to 18. Nice $4 move. $4 grand. Happy days. Oh, there's still potential on it, but there's not much else. CBay might be bouncing. This can get over 1450, could be interesting. 8-cent spread, 30-cent range at the moment. Looking at 5-minute chart. $14.50, yeah. So this might be. I'd probably wait for $15, but I mean, there's a move, there's a nice potential move up to the VWAP. This pattern here. Not something I'm going to try though. G-Tech. Have a quick look at G-Tech. I thought I looked at G-Tech earlier. Yeah, not feeling the G-Tech until it gets over $5 really. We're looking at a 16.14 resumption. So that looks in about 40 seconds. It's got to be significant gap down. Over $1 gap down. But saying that, if it gaps down, it could continue into another halt down, or it might bounce and move up into a halt up. That's what happens. Looking at MBSC, that was one I called out in the Discord yesterday about this price. When it went up really nicely. Bounce on 16. $15.08, the halt level again to the halt to the downside. Oh, false halt. $14.29 is now the halt level to the downside. So that's what caused the false halt. The level down shifted. Otherwise, it was about to halt to the downside. 1747 is the halt to the upside right now. So there you go. 1429 is the halt to the downside. That's too loud. Way too loud. This is better. Yeah, it's not held the VWAP. Needs to get back over the VWAP for me. Even remotely interested. The same thing with AMC. I thought it was going to break the VWAP, but it's not. GME is over the VWAP, but it needs to go green on the day for me. Breaks the VWAP. I'll give it a cheeky 1,000 and see what I can do with it. No, didn't hold the VWAP. Rejected the VWAP. Yeah, I don't like it. 1377 is now the halt to the downside. So yeah, I don't like that. GTech probably the next best thing. Let's have a look at ChatPT. Charge point. Trying to bounce on the bottom. Yeah. What happened to high tech? Talking of bounces on the bottom. Yeah, that's continuing to sell off. I really thought GME was going to go today after such good earnings. Actually down on the day. Have a look at GTech. GTech over 5. I did say over 5 could be interesting, but it needs more volume. $0.12 spreads, penny spreads, 12-cent range. That's okay. Don't mind that. Well, if you've got GME calls, I don't think you'll be in. It depends when you've got them for movie clips. and what strike price. I don't know what you're in at, or where you know, if you're underwater or whatever, if you bought them before the earnings or whatever. But anyone that bought GME calls before the earnings, thinking that they're probably singing and dancing last night after the earnings when it went up, and then when they open and you find out you're actually underwater, that's not nice. E-Tech pulling back. Oof. I missed CBay. I called CBay out at what, 20 minutes ago. I've had this nice whole dollar move. It's basically saying 14.50. If it gets over the VWAP, eBay could be interesting. AMC also similar, over the VWAP, over $8 could be interesting. I want to see it close above the VWAP, come back, test it as support, maybe even the whole dollar, and then break a new high. $0.07 on the range, not the best range in terms of profitability. Where's GameStop going? GameStop could be interesting a little bit later. If it goes green on the day, I'm interested. Over $19, definitely interested. Kind of $18.75. I think if it goes to $18.75, it'll go up to $19.50. That's my opinion. But AMC looks like it's trying. Yeah, I looked at Grom earlier. I didn't like it. Just the lack of the inconsistent volume. Wasn't enough volume, and just the two candles above 20,000. Not still filled with a lot of confidence. I don't know why I've got all these. I've traded in the past, clearly. All those support resistance lines from the past. What did High Tech do? Oh, it's broke lows. It's just broke the pre-market low. So that seems to be done. RCLF. That's now down at 14s. But it looks like we're maybe on the back end of that move as well. For now. CBay looks AMC, CBay. Wheeler is even trying to come back. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here. 1250 or above. Designer brands. If it gets over 1250, maybe we'll look at it. But that's kind of. I'm not touching it. There's no volume. Not the range is getting smaller. So yeah, probably not for me. Look at Grom Social. Should resume in about 30 seconds. So let's have a look at the resumption. All right, okay. Well, I'm hoping it'll test for you as well. Oh, I completely misjudged that one. From Social. Let's have a look at you. Why are you moving up like that? Completely misjudged that. 70-cent move on resumption into another halt. One to 20 reverse stock split. Let me just. Yeah, 1 to 20 reverse stock split. That's why. Which is effective today. That came in yesterday. So it's a reverse, you know, reverse stock splits can have, it does have a catalyst, a reverse stock split. That's hence the additional interest, as it were. Spiked up. Can't trade that either. $15. This is a nice little flag. It works for the upside. Yeah, but microfloat, 450,000 shares on Grom. I think it's already traded. It's recycled its float quite over then already. Yeah, I want to see GME get green on the day. It got rejected at 1870 before. So when the last swing high went up to 1869, so it needs to get over yesterday's closing price for mine. This should resume at 10:20. Oh, this is making nice moves actually. Charge point after a hard sell-off. Can get that if it can beat that pre-market low, it'd be interesting. Charge point, it could be interesting. Yeah, I just seen that as well there, Carl. Let's have a look. I'm getting 825 as a resumption on my 820. It's still fluctuating. It's probably going to be a 10-minute halt. 810, 820. So yeah, we're getting the imbalance. It's fluctuating so much at this moment in time. It's probably going to be a 10-minute halt. Got 30 seconds to find out. with your fingers there, Cal. It's the second halt I'm not worried about. It's the third halt that I would never hold through. Oh, new IPO just launched. Just seen that, and it's halted. I'll watch this one for it's 10-minute halt, like I said. So new IPO just launched this minute. So it's halted to the upside. So this SWIN is a new IPO. SolarWind Holdings. Called SolarWind Holdings. I think it's one of these green energy companies. Have the signs of it. Might introduce. So that's a nice little pot. Is that 50 cents? Don't know what the. So that's should resume at 10.25. And because it's an IPO, it probably will be a 10-minute or even 20-minute halt. It looks like it's going to resume at $6, which is a whole dollar gap up, which would be very surprising. SolarWind Holdings, IPO today. All right, okay. It's an investor-focused, versatile securities brokerage company in Hong Kong. Offers a wide spectrum of products and services through its advanced and secure one-stop electronic platform. It's a brokerage house. It's another stockbroker. SolarWind Holdings. Opened at $4.10, up to $5, or down. Yeah, opened at priced at $4.10, up to $5, and looks like it's resuming at $5.50. Let's go back to GROM, are we? It should resume at 10.25, so in about 2 minutes. Well, 2.5. eBay, no. AMC, no. Wheeler, no. All green. Hey, Liquidity, how you doing? Oh, Miyako's great. She's enjoying the new climate now. She's looking real healthy. But Miyako's doing great. Thanks for asking. This should resume at 10.25. Swine should resume at 10.25. 10.20. 35. GROM is what? They should both resume at the same time. Oh, I'm in the Philippines now, Liquidity. So we've got about a minute left for resumption on either of those two. SWIN is probably going to be more volatile simply because it's an IPO. We'll see what happens in that first volume bar. First volume bar was 400k. 1 minute's not bad. Let's see GROM. We've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds for resumption. What's not fair all day? I wasn't in the UK anywhere, Liquidity. I was living in Ireland. I was living in Dublin in Ireland, but I decided to leave the rain behind. It was painful, long, and expensive. But she's family, so I could hardly leave her behind. No, what have I done? Looking for the break of $9. Oh, false halt. Can I get out? Yeah, I got out. Money's good. Went up to $9 and I didn't take profit, and that was a nice profit too. That as well. Dang, what was I thinking? My own fault. This is going to be a 10-minute hold. 588 resumption. That's my own fault. That was disgusting. Absolutely. That's my own fault. I should have put a stop in place. That's what happens when you don't trade with stocks. It wasn't in big size by my standards, so it's not cost me that much, really. I can make that back on the next trade, depending. Hey, look. It is what it is. It is what it is. And look, I get tired of saying that with the stock market, with trading in general. You've just got to be... Oh, MBSC, I called this out on the Discord yesterday. She made money on it yesterday. How much did I make on this yesterday? Quite a bit, actually. NBSC, 1,400 bucks I made on this yesterday. Wheeler's looking nice actually, if it happens. Nice little pop there. Rejected at $0.75 level. Thought it was going to reclaim the VWAP, but it needed to test it as support, and it's finding it difficult. So back over 850. Next candle makes a high here. Will be very interesting. Right, pulling all the way back to $8. Let's see, Wheeler, what are you doing? 850 is kind of interesting. Let's see. Needs good volume though. Yeah, it's not sustaining. Looks like it's breaking lows. It is. It's testing the whole $1.08 for support now. But now that evens ratio on the trade accuracy. Well pulled. Oh, it's Wheeler. Got two different stocks for Wheeler. One's at 204. And one's at $8. Wheeler Real Estate, Wheeler Real Estate, another one. Two different classes of stock. DBGI, that old chestnut. Digital Brands Group. Can't trade on that kind of volume. It's like 5,000 shares. It's up, it's moved up, but it's just not enough volume. Let's see. Is this IPO going to resume right now? Probably not. Yeah, it's probably resume sometime later at $6. This looks like a gap up of. So the ticker is SWIN. You can't see it at the moment because the candle's in the way. So SWIN, and it's IPO today. Come on, guys, let's get that thumbs. Let's hit the thumbs up button. We've got 8 people to go. I need 50 thumbs up off you today, guys. That's just consolidating. Grom altered to the downside. Managed to. I'm lucky to get out, be able to get out of that. Lucky about that fault to actually get my order in. Lucky to get filled actually. I see a left back above the VWAP. That might be interesting, but it's actually breaking low, so probably not. Um, 15-minute hold, probably 20, I would think. IPO first. Straight into a new halt on its first candle. It's a volatility halt on its first candle. They usually give it a longer halt. It might be a 15. You just got to keep checking. New Base Therapeutics. Like I said, I called this out yesterday. Made $1,400 on it. After the stream, as it broke $2, went up to over $3 yesterday. 316 it went up to. Not got the same kind of volatility it had yesterday, though. That's a bit of a shame. What else are we looking at? Path. It's consolidating sideways now. Wide path. Well, said a red was over $2. It's just about to retest $2. Got rejected at 217. American Revel. Now it's $2. I'm interested in. Might be interested in this. Over $2. Big. Getting a lot of sales due to a competitor's bad news. So yeah, probably not something I'm going to trade. AMC, GME, both pulling back. I did that one. Yeah, it's just choppy sideways. You're getting a lot of sideways chop at the moment, guys. CBay testing the VWAP now. Over 15, I'm interested. Over the VWAP. Needs volume though. The volume's died right out. You look at it on the 5-minute and you can see the volume profile dying right out, less and less and less, and that's a bit of a worry. You want some consistent volume. Let's have a quick look at our new IPO today. It should, if it's a 15-minute, I think it's a 20, but if it's a 15, it should resume in the next 5 seconds or so. Cash is a position, Vols, absolutely, 100%. You're not losing, so it's not a red day. Not like me. I've been red, I've been green, I've been red, I've been nowhere near goal, but Red, green, red, green. I told you it's probably likely to be a 20-minute halt, so we'll come back in 5 minutes, well, 4 minutes. No. Oof. Look at that gap down, big gap down. Break 7, get over the VWAP, it might fill that gap. Or it might not. Yeah, no volume, not enough volume there to gap fill, I don't think. Let's have a look at wheels up. Yeah, no volume there either. Tandem. Not seeing much moving now, guys. Tandem diabetes care. Let's have a look at high tech. High tech, are you gonna come back? 5-minute chart's looking interesting. So back over $4. Yeah, we'll see. We've got potential. Big sell-off yesterday. Huge sell-off yesterday. So high tech needs to hold above yesterday's close price with 360. Needs to get back over. It's over $4, but needs to hold above $4 and move back up. Could do that. Worth watching. Yeah, it resumed and then continued selling. ARTL seems to be a big mover right now. 290. Session high is 291. And we got over $3. New session high, high of day. I'm just going to double up there for a retest. 350. It's kind of stalling up there. It needed to go straight away, but it didn't. So just scalp it. Make a wish. Oh, we've got 5 likes, 50 likes. Nice one. Cheers, Scal. We're going to wait for the break of $3. Well, swing didn't resume. Must be a 30-minute hold. Coiling under $3 could be interesting. Also, high tech is moving up as well. Kind of like this one better. A lot of VWAP, so it's a little bit underneath the VWAP. It's always a little bit sketch. At over $3, another 30-cent pot, over $3, $3.30. That could be nice. Not going to happen, but unlikely to happen. Oh, that's a nice little double bottom move on the S&P 500. I'll show you that beautiful W pattern. So there's your W, and the move up. 444, it's at the breakout level of a wider double bottom move on the 5-minute. So you're getting multiple, there's another double bottom there on the 5-minute W pattern. So you're getting multiple bullish formations here. And hopefully we'll go green on the day on the old Spider S&P 500. Let's see. Yeah, it's not breaking the fact that the $3, is it? Here we go. Getting a bit of we get a bit of a. It's just toiling there. We'll see what happens. Okay, guys. Kind of getting a little bit frustrated here with this. Right. Look at high tech. Nearly $0.25. The volume's not great on it though. Probably what I'll do is I'll have a look at the new IPO. Should resume. Alright, so we should resume in about 5 minutes actually, but I'm just going to give it, if it does a 20, it might be 25, but it should be at 10:50 this resumes. $6.52 resumption. 6.60, so it's going to be a 30-minute resumption, and it's gapping up over $1.60 at this moment in time, $1.50. So this is one I would say keep an eye on. not a lot else moving. Just keep an eye on. Let's see what else is moving. Not a great deal. ROM is selling like it's going out of style. High tech, Arab, testing $2 again. I'm not really interested in that level there. Let's not seeing a lot of day high series sessions either. Facebook, really. We'll look at methods. Broke highs. Facebook's having a good moment. Facebook's moving up. Nvidia's down again. Not like that. Do not like that at all. I'm still profitable on Nvidia, but I liked it closer to 500 than to 450. That's for sure. My Amazon investments doing well because Amazon's up. Procter, Pepsi, all up. Disney's down again. I might just sell Disney. It's not for me. Let's have a look at GameStop. Now, are we going to get a VWAP, nice VWAP bounce here? No, just broke below the VWAP as I said that. And just erratic volume as well. It's not great. You don't really want to see. Oh, Daniel, the name of the IPO we're watching at the moment is SolarWind Holdings. And the ticker is SWIN. SolarWind Holdings. Back to that. We've got another minute and a bit left before it resumes. They might just hold it, because it's an IPO, they might just hold it till the top of the hour. Not too far off that. I'm going to be locking up the stream at the end of at the top of the hour as well, regardless. DBGI was moving earlier, but it wasn't moving on good volume. I mean, and it's still not. Yeah, you can't trade that. Digital brands, just how can you trade that? It's just there's like less than 1,000 shares. Well, there is 1,000 shares in the volume here. I'm going to own the volume. The share sizes that I take, 2.5, 5, 10,000 shares, I'm going to own the volume. So I can never win that way, just because of spreads. And the lack of liquidity, let's face 50 cent, because of the lack of liquidity, 50-cent spreads. And yeah, DBGI is not a trade for me. It's just the volume's just not enough volume, not enough liquidity on the stock to get profitable, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because when I've traded this in the past, we've had really good volume. So last month, for example, this went from like $11 up to $24, $25 nearly. And that was on 12 million shares of volume. It's not even done 200,000 shares today. So it's not even hitting my scanners because of the lack of volume. Oh, there we go. Missed it. Talking about DBGI. Straight into another halt to the upside. So this is where the volatility is going to be. This is where the action is going to be for the next 10, 15 minutes. Missed it. big gap up, straight into a halt, and looks like $9, well, $8.90 resumption. So probably another dollar up, 8.50, something like that. Missed it. Not that I would have caught it anyway, but you know what to be watching for. So we'll see. We will see. Yeah, the partial fill. I thought you're trying to get 1,000 shares there. Volt's only got a partial. That's the problem when it moves quick. You really got to mark it in. No, look, Volt's just said he got a partial fill there, so I probably wouldn't have. Let's look at the volume on that one. Yeah, I don't know. 255,000 shares went through. 250,000 shares went through on that. What? Couple of seconds. So. Yeah. What did you get filled at? 9.45? Yeah, it's gamble mentality, I think. Designer brands, yeah, I'm just not feeling that one at all. 23% up on the day. It's still breaking high. It's, I guess over 13 I might be interested. Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna stick around for a little while, but I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna be taking a look at the resumption I'll take a look at the resumption on SolarWind brands, SolarWind Holdings. Take a look at SolarWind Holdings when it resumes. But as for this particular stream, I'm going to knock it on the head. We'll do it again tomorrow. Usual time, usual place. You know the drill. 8:30 market time, and come join me then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time, and we'll do it all again. Looking at the resumption there. Hey, beautiful. My little girl just shouting to me. And yeah, wheel is selling off. Yeah, I'm not seeing much volatility anywhere else, so I guess hello. Yeah, that's about it. So we'll do it again, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take it easy, and hopefully tomorrow will be a green day. Small red day at the moment, but we'll see if we don't turn that around, whether it be on SolarWind Holdings or anything else. So one trade is all I need to turn that around. A 30-cent move with 5,000 shares, and we're back green again. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, take it easy, guys. Stay green, and if you get to gold, get out. It's a choppy day across the board, guys. So just take it easy.